All right. Hi, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so it's been a minute and I don't even really know where to start. I honestly I look rough. I was like, should I do my makeup for this? But I was like, you know what? No. Because I don't care to, and that just isn't. I don't know. I just wanted to sit down and talk and kind of get back on track, I guess. So this is probably going to be kind of a rambly video, but welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is an interesting one to start with, but my name is Maddie, and yeah, I've been off YouTube for a while, but I'm back and I actually mean it this time. So where do we begin? I don't even know in my last video, I don't even know where like life update was, what I talked about. I just know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. I think you guys know that I graduated college in May. So I guess we'll start there. So I went to Ohio University in Athens, Ohio, and I graduated there in May, this past May. I studied communications, advertising, and public relations there. And this past summer, I really just focused on my job search, stayed in Ohio, with my parents. I'm from like Northeast Ohio, so stayed up there, hung out with friends. It was a fun summer. And also, I'm still wearing pajama bottoms, so if you do see them, don't judge me. I thought they would be hidden, but you might see them a couple times. But pretty much just after I graduated, and even before I graduated, really just focused on my job search. A few things came up. When was this? Probably like early July. Early July. I was offered 2 jobs. One was in Chicago at a PR firm, a smaller PR firm. And the other was a job in Salt Lake City. And I can't get into specifics about what my job was here, but it was a very, very exciting job with an exciting person. And this one offered me a little more money. I never ever thought I'd be in Salt Lake City. Surprise, that's where I live. This is where I'm in my apartment, which I haven't even shown you guys because it's been so long. But I'm in Salt Lake City and I live here now. And I took that job. I took the job here. It was a marketing coordinator role. And I said no to the Chicago one because it was a little less money, a little more corporate, traditional. I don't know, I wanted to take a risk. Fast forward, I guess I moved here. When did I move here? End of July is when I moved out here. I started my job early August and I really thought it was going to be a job I loved. And it turned out to really negatively affect my mental health. It was really mentally draining. I could never turn it off. I would be texting with my colleagues so much, and it was such a new role. I mean, this is my first job out of college, and it was really hard for me to adapt. And I think any new job, regardless of what it is, corporate or not, or post-grad or not, like even if it's like working at like a restaurant or a store, or like, if it is an office, every job has a learning curve and takes time to adjust and process. And I'm in a new city. I didn't know anyone when I moved here. Thankfully I've made friends and it's been great in that regard socially, but initially that was really scary. I left all my friends and family in Ohio. And I have a window here, by the way, if you see me keep looking out. That's just why I'm doing that. Also, hopefully we can figure out this lighting situation. I know it's a little bad right now. I mean, it could be worse, but we're working with it. Anyway, the job was really toxic and hurting my mental health. I'll leave it at that. So I left that position last week. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And now I live in Salt Lake City and I'm unemployed, unfortunately, which is a hard thing to it's really traumatizing and crushing and really hurts you as a fresh post-grad, as a 22-year-old girl. Like, it's really hard to accept, that this is like, oh my God, I don't want to cry. That you're so excited about something and it didn't work out. And I don't regret not taking the Chicago job because I think I was meant to be here and work it out. And I again, really love being here, and it's not socially, it's been fantastic, and it's such a cool city and way cooler than I ever imagined it being, honestly. And I I love living here. It's just such a young, up and coming, cool place to live. It's beautiful too. I mean, that's another pro. Very drivable, but also, you know, I have so many places so close in walking distance of my place. It's great. But on a professional level, you know, like I was the president of my marketing and communications fraternity in college, and now I'm unemployed. Like, it's just crazy, and it does make you feel like a failure. Like, I did feel like a failure, and I still kind of do, and I'm struggling with that, to like work through that and not feel like a loser and that I, you know, made a mistake. But anyway, that's where we're at with that. God, okay. So with all that being said, I'm looking for a new job. I've even had a couple, you know, I've applied to a few, had a couple interviews already. 'Cause good thing is, you know, a lot of places are hiring for social media, for marketing, things I studied and have done in my past internships and roles. So that's a pro that I think and I hope that something will come up relatively quickly. I have, you know, have restaurant experience too, so I could always, you know, do serving for a while too, and that's always a great source of money as well. But it is hard to accept, like, that I feel like I failed at my first real job. It's a really traumatizing thing to have that happen to you and not really feel empathy from people about it. My friends have been great, but it's just hard. It's just really, really hard. My family's been great too. But I wanted to update you guys because the reason I wasn't filming was because honestly, I was spread so thin with this new job. And when I was home, a lot of the time I was just crying about it and mentally really struggling, and there was no way I could like put down the camera and press record and start filming. But now, and I am taking this as a clean slate though. Like, I know it was not going to work out in the long run. I'm glad that I stepped away when I did, and I can move forward and hopefully find a role that I love. You know, I think I don't regret moving out here. Like I said, you know, it's funny that I'm just randomly in Salt Lake City now, I guess. But it's a really cool place to live, and I can always look back at this time in my life because I don't think I'm going to be here forever, but it's a great place for me right now, I think, and I think that's okay. So that's, I guess, the life update with me. I'm looking for a job, and I also want to bring my YouTube back, and I want to focus on this more and make it more of a passion again because I can, and I have the time right now, and maybe make this a job one day, who knows. But you know, I've even had some brands reach out to me and send me like PR and stuff, even when I'm not like I haven't been consistently uploading, and I'm like, wow, if I really like focused on this, I probably could make this more of like a thing and, you know, make it more legit and take it seriously. And that is exactly what I want to do. I mean, I just want to focus on YouTube again and make content for you guys, show you guys my life here because I haven't even shown you anything here. Do an apartment tour eventually. You can see a little sneak peek behind me. This is what my apartment looks like. I will definitely do an apartment tour when I have it, you know, more finalized and everything, but it is a little sneak peek for you because I was like, you know, this is such a new background for you guys too. But I know I got emotional and about that, but I am feeling hopeful about everything. I really, really am. And I know it's gonna work out. I know it's gonna be okay. You know, I know life isn't always going to be like what you think it's going to be, but I do think I am where I'm supposed to be right now, even though it's hard to feel that way, but I feel okay being here. I love my independence. I love living alone. Like I said a million times, I love the friends I've made, the area I'm in. There's so many pros to being here. I think if I was at home still living with my parents and this happened, I think it would be a lot harder for me to bounce back because I think I would feel so trapped. But I'm like, no, I'm across, and I love my parents, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, no, I'm across the country in a whole new city, and the world's my oyster, and there's nothing holding me back. So I just have to tell myself that. But yeah, it's been hard and it ebbs and flows, but I have to be positive because that's the only way you can be. You have to move forward when something like this happens to you, you know? So that's the update with me. But I would love to, you know, hear if you guys have ever overcame something like this in the comments, whether it be school related, work related, or something else. I don't know. Hearing people's stories this past week has really helped me feel like, you know, we're all people doing our best, and it happens to everyone in some way or another, maybe not even in a job, but in some way. And that's reassuring to hear those stories. So feel free to comment anything if this has happened to you, if you want to share, if it hasn't. But you know, I just want to say I'm back though. We're back. We're gonna make content again. And I mean it this time. Moving out here, starting a job, not having that job anymore, and everything in between has just been so crazy. But I want to focus on this again. It really was something that was making me so happy in the first half of this year and that I was loving to do when I really had a lot of free time. But I'm like, now that I have, maybe I'm a little busier now, but I can still make great content and show you guys my life here. And I want to do that. So we're back, baby. I mean, that's really all that it is. So I guess that's pretty much everything I, you know, had to say. Feel free to comment any questions and I'll try to get back to those comments, or maybe I could do another video trying to answer more specific things, but this is pretty much where I'd like to leave it. And you know, I'm okay with that. I think it's good, and I think all we can do is move forward. And yes, I'm wearing a Kim is my lawyer sweatshirt. I love this sweatshirt. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I look a little more done up the next time you see me. And I'm gonna definitely, you know, start vlogging more now that I, again, have a cooler life than when I was living with my parents in Ohio, to be honest. And just making fun content again. It really made me happy, like I said, when I was doing that. And again, I have some brands that have sent me really cool products. I'll show you guys those eventually too and feature those in upcoming videos maybe, but I think I'm good. I feel good about moving forward, and that's the only direction to go. I mean, what's the alternative? So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've been very active on TikTok still, I will say. I've been doing these like days in my life in Salt Lake City and people have been really liking them. So feel free to follow me on there. I'll put my usernames on the screen here for Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to like and subscribe because, like I said, I am back. I'm not leaving this time. I'm really here to stay and actually be the YouTuber that I want to be. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.